Gone are the arcade days of old, spending dozens if not hundreds of quarters and tokens to beat those super tough games at your local pizza place. However, even though arcade games of the 90s are gone, fond memories of them reside in most of us. Hey Shackers, Greg here, and today I'm going over the top 10 run and gun arcade games. Now the rules are simple. One game per franchise. The game had to be in arcades first and must be run and gun. Not to be confused with light gun shooters or brawlers, which I've already done. Run and gun shooters usually involve you dodging projectiles while shooting everything in sight. Now the big thing for this list is I'm not counting arrow top-down shooters. Think anything with a spaceship or a jet or a helicopter. I just feel that those games are like almost a separate genre to itself. I'll still cover top-down shooters, but I'm thinking more boots-on-ground type of things. Not to say that those games are bad, they're fantastic. I just feel that there's so many top-down aerial games with ships and spaceships and jets. I really feel they deserve their own list. Well, that said, let's take a trip down memory lane. These are the top 10 best run and gun shooters. Released in 1985 and developed by Data East, Gun.Smoke is a fantastic top-down retro run-and-gun shooter with a western theme and insane difficulty. This game ate a lot of our lunch money back in the day. Another classic top-down based shooter. It's retro, it's fun, and people usually remember it for its port on the NES. 1985 was a good year for arcade games. With a huge variety of weapon pickups and amazing graphics, well, amazing graphics for the year 1989 anyway, it's no wonder this classic is fondly remembered in gamers' heads. From the giant tanks and helicopter battles, to just mowing down everything in sight including bison and turtles. Cal 50 was an awesome run and gun shooter. It's 1990 and Capcom's famous title makes it in. MERCS had a slightly different camera angle perspective than other shooters at that time. It wasn't 2D and it wasn't top-down, yet it had elements of both combined. And like any good shooter, it had amazing power-ups and great memorable boss battles. The game that borrowed heavily from the classic 80s action films like RoboCop and The Running Man, it took its massively violent concept and turned it into a humorous game show with some of the hardest difficulty spikes you'll ever face. The announcer's words will still sit in our memories forever.
Good luck! You'll need it!
Not to be confused with the brawler Aliens vs. Predator, this arcade game came way before it. Released in 1990, the game was based off the extremely popular Aliens film at the time, and featured actual pics from the movie itself. However, most in-game models did not reflect the actors or actresses in any way, sadly. But on the plus side, the enemy designs were absolutely fantastic. I mean, wouldn't you want to see these creatures in a future Aliens film? The power-ups came straight from the movie, of course, and for me it was extremely difficult to beat. I'd spent $30 trying to beat it once. However, I was only 8 years old at the time. Released in 1991 and developed by iRig, this game was overshadowed by the arcade brawler and fighting scene. The game's full title was Gunforce Battle Fire Engulfed Terror Island, which is a mouthful to say. However, the gunplay and light platforming were perfectly executed. And even though the game looks easy, trust me, it's not. We all remember Contra on the NES, but Super Contra was just that. It was super. It was everything you'd expect from a great arcade game. Better graphics, awesome tunes, and amazing voice work. I mean, amazing for 1988.
What is this place?
Keep your eyes peeled.
It was just an impressive game to play and watch. I don't even know where to start. Sunset Riders is one of the best run-and-gun games of all time. The music, the 4-player co-op, the awesome western theme, combined with the diverse levels and epic boss fights. I have a lot of fond memories playing this growing up, more so than a lot of other arcade games. It was just good. I think there was one more I remember a bit more fondly though.
Marry me with my money.
Metal Slug!
Once a week, I'd rollerblade, that's right, I said rollerblade, 3 miles to our local Round Table Pizza. Once there, I would buy a soda, head to the back, and spend multiple rolls of quarters I'd saved on a red Neo Geo cabinet with a little run-and-gun game called Metal Slug. The graphics were amazing, the power-ups outrageous, the humor abundant, and of course, the tanks and co-op fun. This was probably the single arcade game responsible for eating so much of my car wash money back in the day. The extreme difficulty I remember fondly, and even now, in 2016, the game has aged extremely well for being released in 1996. It also spawned loads of sequels and spin-offs before coming to the PlayStation for the first time, where I was able to save my money and play it from home. Metal Slug is the supreme ruler of the run-and-gun genre, and if you disagree with me, I will fight you. Have a request for a top 10? Tweet me. For more videos like this and everything else gaming related, you're already in the right place. You're on Shacknews.com.
You got me.